Alright, apparently I'm live, okay. So, you know when you see that Acclaim logo, you're in for a good time. And of course, excuse me, this game was made by Imagineering, which if you played Cusa Grande, you've probably seen a lot of their stuff. So, there's a plot to this game. Radioactive Man's kidnapped and Bartman has to go save him. Fallout Boy comes. Yes, Fallout Boy's in this game, but not that Fallout Boy. Anyways, plot's not really all that important. Time starts as soon as we gain control of Bart. So, I do have a punch attack. It's really pretty useless. So I'm, like, never gonna use it in this run. At least claws can just troll you with RNG sometime. There's no telling when they'll open or close. You just kind of have to hope. Of course, if you don't remember Bartman from the show, you're actually probably not alone. It's like a weird one-off reference that I think happened one time. Anyway, this first level, we're in a junkyard. We've got garbage compactors. There ate my jump input. You know, it's always a nice sign when a game starts off with a junkyard. And there we got bad claw RNG. Now, if you've played the other Simpsons games on NES, Bart vs. the World and Bart vs. the Space Mutants, this has the same awful control scheme of A is jump and run. I kind of feel like this is the most playable Simpsons game on the NES, but this is also the one I played by far the most, so my thoughts on that might be a bit biased. Alright, we just got into a washing machine to another dimension. Gonna drop down here. There's gonna be a few leaps of faith in this run. Now what we need to do in this bonus area is collect all the 1-ups and ice power-ups. It's actually pretty difficult until you know that trick to just drop straight down at the beginning to get the first alien. Then once you get the flight power-up, it's all just basically making a trip around this dimension. And of course we follow up a junkyard level with the sewer level. So one thing on this level you gotta be careful about in these sections is not out-scrolling the screen, otherwise you will die. So I have where all these platforms are going to be memorized. There's going to be a few sections like that. Of course, if you want more Kusuge staples, there's drips in this level that hurt you. Ah, crud. Actually, that's not a big deal, missing that. Now, when I was a kid, I actually took forever to figure out how to beat this level. I'll show you why coming up. It's actually kind of... there's kind of like a trap loop that you can get caught in. Alright, we're done with the downward vertical stuff for now, so... getting near the end of this level. Coming up here, I'm gonna actually wait down here for the platform to come back down. The reason I'm doing this is that I don't want to spawn the second platform until now, and this should make it so I don't have to wait on this one. If I get a good run here, I can get ahead of the drips falling on me. And this is the part where I always got lost as a kid. See how there's two platforms? The second one goes up, but like it's not clear at all. Like, and if you go the wrong way, you just pretty much get caught in a loop, going round and around. we are out of the sewers. And of course, we're already doing the things that games do when they don't know what else to make and become... Well, I guess this is kind of a quasi-shooter. It's honestly probably the least interesting level out of this game. It's very repetitive. You just fly past a Flintstones background that just runs on repeat. I'm trying to maintain top speed here and hit all these fireflies as they spawn. So after the firefly section, we get another one of these green beetle sections. And then more fireflies. I'm gonna go near the bottom here because there is coming up here an invincibility power-up. So I'm just pretty much gonna fly through most of the rest of this section. Yeah, this level is an auto-scroller. The good thing about it, though, is you can control your flight speed, so I'm pretty much holding right this whole time to keep at max speed. The only way you could really lose time here is if you get hit, because every time it plays that attack animation, it freezes for a second. So we're to the last phase of the flight level, the missile bats. It is actually possible to destroy the bottom bat. However, it's not worth it, as another one will just come right in its place. So here we just have to survive 3 waves of this. Third wave goes away pretty quickly. We just have a bunch of dead space, and we're to the first boss, Swamp Hag. So the bosses in this game are all kind of RNG heavy. Swamp Hag starts with this whole vertical climb where you have to freeze these drips. And it's completely random. Well, not completely random, but sometimes she could just troll you and keep throwing them at the opposite end of the screen from where you are. Okay, don't let your arms up. So, the actual boss is a joke once we get to her. We just hit her with our freeze power-ups, punch her to death. And we got the first of Radioactive Man's powers up. So we go to visit Radioactive Man, currently trapped in the carbonite. And we get told that we have to go fight Dr. Julius Crab next. So, welcome to horrible underwater physics. The whole time I'm swimming, Bart is actually drifting upwards, so I'm having to correct every now and then by pushing down. It actually gets a bit painful here later on having to do that. Yeah, I kind of doubt his medical credentials as well. I think he probably went to the same school as Dr. Nick. So here we have the standard underwater fare, submarines that shoot missiles at us, tentacles, of course, exploding fish, and starfish. This level's a bit of a maze, but both paths that you can take there lead the same way. I'm taking the faster of the 2 options. And now here to move on, there's going to be a bit of RNG coming up. We want to look for the row that has a fish in it. And that's not good RNG, having them all the way to the top. Okay, these claws we definitely don't want to get caught by. Getting caught by one of these claws is an instant death. I'm gonna mostly just keep moving and trying to dodge stuff through here, laser eyeing anything that gets in my way. There's an extra orb there that spawns after you kill the enemy, so that's something to be aware of. Now let's see, how can we make this game more fun? Dark level? Maze? Why not both? And of course you have this little square here that you can use to see. The crosshair of this square actually hurts you, so it's actually pretty much useless. So I'm honestly just playing this all from memory. You can kind of use enemy movements to tell where the passageways are in here. We get done with that for another round of crab claws. This is the part where having to correct your swim direction really can be a pain. Yeah, I don't think most people got this far into the game. You'll see at the end of the game that there are no credits. They're actually at the beginning of the game if you wait long enough. I don't think they believed anyone would actually play this game long enough to beat it. Because it kind of feels like in later levels they ran out of ideas. Ooh, kind of missed my jump there. Let's try this again. Alright, so once I get on this conveyor belt, I'm gonna ride it up to the top, hopefully. Then here, I want to wait till a certain point, then make a nice leap of faith here. So this looks dangerous, but I'll be fine once I get that flight power up. Then if you want more Matt Grinning characters to put in your game, why not Zoidberg? The annoying thing here is that tiny crab in the left corner. I want him to stay in that corner, but he just moves completely random and has completely ruined runs on me many times. So far, I'm getting decent crab RNG. Although he's kind of starting to wonder where he shouldn't be. And we have to knock him through the wall 3 times here. This was another spot where I got stuck because it took me forever to figure out that like I was supposed to go through the hole made in the wall from knocking the boss into the wall. And we got a second one of Radioactive Man's power, so we had decent crab RNG. Now we go to the Volcano Land. This level is actually mostly vertical, so I'm taking a route through here where I'm looking to get another bonus area. You have these pits you have to drop through that spikes come out of the wall on you. If you press B while in there, Bart will put his hands out to slow down your fall. So knowing where to do that takes a little bit of getting used to. Yeah, that time I was a bit late. I'm hoping that this bonus... Okay, that's not good. There's supposed to be a bonus area there that, for whatever reason, didn't spawn this time. I don't know why that happens sometimes. So I'm gonna have to beat this level the long way, unfortunately. Should be fine, though. Yes, this power-up is called Eyes. Because they are so creative with naming power-ups in this game. Alright, let's try to get up on top of here. Get one more flight. Okay, what other annoying Kuso levels can you think of to throw in this? Door maze, maybe? Because the game has one. Right here. Fortunately, I won't have to play most of this door maze. There are also weird traps here, like those waterfalls going through the floor. Those are actually pitfalls if you step on them, so that's why I'm jumping where the waterfalls are. Now here I have to ride this platform down. The screen does not scroll unless I'm riding it, and if I fall when the floor's not there, I fall to my death. So if you played this game before, I am going a bit off route of what the intended solution is to this door maze. That's so that I can end up right here. And that symbol to end a level, if we jump just right, we can skip most of the door maze. We're on to the second to last boss here. Lava Man, who's taking a nice lava bath that we're gonna ruin by freezing these drips and dropping them on his head. And we have restored Radioactive Man's powers, so we get to fight the final boss of this game, Braino Magnificent, which is just a brain in a tank. Yeah, real creative there. We are going to use Radioactive Man's abs of steels to bounce our eyes off of. We hope that he behaves, which he is. And that's time. So yeah, that was Bartman meets Radioactive Man. It's a video game that I had as a kid. I don't know why I put so much time into playing this game. Of course, all we get for an ending is that it just loops. Like I said, they put the credits of this game at the beginning because they probably did not expect people to play very far to this game. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed the run. Thank you for checking in. Do apologize that my voice does seem to be going out a little bit here. Just want to say good luck to the rest of the runners. I definitely look forward to all the other fun, silly speedruns to come up in this, so thank you for watching. I hope you check my stream out sometime. I promise I don't just speedrun bad games, but I'm kind of doing more of it lately. Anyways, thank you for the GGs, and thank you for tuning in.